Andrew Baeckstrom, a local hero.
Yeah, Tim Rivera from Las Vegas, someone who I've known from a variety of trading card games I've made over the years. Andrew Baeckstrom, originally from New Jersey, outside of the Philadelphia area. Another former Dire Wolf alumni and Denver resident who is, again, kind of in a space that a lot of the Denver locals are, which is, I would play in a Pro Tour if I could, and I would play in an open invite event if I could.
Yeah.
And if it's limited, all the better. And so Andrew's here, and both of these players on the precipice here of top 8.
All right, both sitting at 11-2. Great records here. Dragonstorm Forecaster in play here for Andrew Baeckstrom. You can pay 2 to tap it, search your library for a card named Dragonstorm Globe or Boulderborn Dragon, reveal it, put it in your hand, then shuffle. So you can essentially get you another card. Rescue Leopard, the play here for Tim. But it's getting exhaled. Exhaled. I almost said exiled. Nothing from Andrew. Oh, Sibzig Appraiser for Tim Rivera. Must be nice. And we can put a Mammoth Bellow into the yard. Beautiful.
But it's also not really that bad for Andrew there. His own turn involves him effectively drawing a card. And he has an 0-3 lined up with a 2-1. So even though that card is quite a bit weaker than the 4-2, or quite a bit stronger in abstract terms than the 4-2, I think Andrew's pretty happy having countered the first thing and letting the second thing resolve.
All right, so BK's on Team Globe, and we knew this because he was testing with Luis and friends all last week, and those players were so high on Dragonstorm Globe, they just wanted nothing but Globe all the time. Okay, this is pretty nice flurry turn here from Tim Rivera, who's playing the Elder, which allows a second spell here to pump up the 4-drop.
So now that it is a 6/5 menace.
Sick. All right, we've got Rakshasa's Bargain here from Andrew, which I happen to know this team also really, really likes. Gets you some nice card selection. Look at the top 4, put 2 into your hand and the rest into the graveyard. Plays an island. Look like we're giving the menace creature a fresh start. New lease on life. Hey, buddy, why don't you try something new? Maybe go back get your master's degree.
Or just settle down for a turn, maybe.
All right, we had Dragonclaw strike here to take down the 0-3. All right. Baeckstrom down to 15.
That 0-3 was saving quite a bit of damage. So
that's true.
They ain't pretty, but...
And a Sibzig Appraiser of his own for BK here.
Andrew pitching the Blossoming Sands and playing a land, untapped land, saying go, signaling that he has something to do with 3 mana here.
All right, we're passing back over to Tim, who's going to send with the team. Well, not the entire team. Appraiser stays home. Honored Elder blocked by the Appraiser from Andrew. Down to 14. Durgar Island Dragon, the follow-up. 4/4 flyer. Ooh, nice. It has ward 2, but it doesn't matter when you counter it. Dispelling Exhale.
Yeah, Andrew had some stumbles here, but Tim not applying all the pressure in the world here. So in spite of missing some early land drops here, Andrew was able to set up some spots where he's able to play 2 spells in 1 turn, sort of settle things down, and now maybe in a position where his card advantage starts taking over.
All right, let's see what we can do here, Andrew. 5 mana. Ooh, nice. Sonic Screecher?
Yes.
I want to say.
Shrieker?
Shrieker? Sonic Shrieker? Big owl flying dragon, either way.
Shrieker, yep.
Shrieker, go. 4/4 flyer. When it enters, it deals 2 damage to any target and you gain 2 life. If a player is dealt damage this way, they discard. Get shrieked. Then we're going to draw a card off the Harmonize.
Nice looking turn there for Andrew.
Yeah, that was great. It's tempting sometimes to leave back your big dragon to block or whatever, but the value you get from being able to play a big beater that you know is going to be a problem then Harmonized is just too sweet.
Well, on top of that, it's, Andrew's at a pretty comfortable life total here, and can afford to take that hit there in exchange for just being efficient and getting that card right away.
And now we can turn the boys sideways. In for 5. Tim to 14. Baeckstrom on 14 as well. And there's that Boulderborn Dragon that we could have searched up earlier. Coming in with a counter thanks to the Globe. Teamer Devotee, the follow-up. That things are looking really nice for Andrew here.
Mm-hmm. Some sweet offense, defense. Tim up to very little. And Andrew still a lot of cards left in hand.
I love this deck from Andrew, too, because it's just so emblematic of what this team here before this weekend said. We want to draft this. We want to make day 2 specifically to draft this exact deck.
Yep, it looks like a sealed deck. I mean, this is, 5-color good stuff, a lot of dragon synergies. The decks we covered so far in the draft portion haven't really looked like this, but Andrew's been able to pull it off here.
We're going to harmonize this Mammoth Bellow with the Teamer Devotee from Tim Rivera to make ourselves a 5/5 elephant. Pass back over to Baeckstrom. Oh, okay. Is that are you ready?
Sure.
All right, let's go. His deck is even sweeter by the minute.
Don't forget your +1/+1 counter. Yeah, he got it. Okay, sweet.
Okay. Attack.
Wrong vigilance, non-vigilance. I don't think it's going to matter very much there. Tim willing to let that game go.
Yikes. You're ready. The song unending, closing things out as it is known to do. It is a 10/10. It does cost 8. Flying. Pro from white and from black. When it enters, deals X damage divided as you choose among any number of target creatures and/or planeswalkers your opponents control, where X is the number of lands you control.
So, yeah. That was a, clean little 7-for-1, and I don't think Tim was going to be able to come back from that one.
Wowza. That is a sweet-looking deck. Well, if you're looking at this and thinking this is pretty sweet, number 1, you're right. Number 2, you can order it. Order now. It released on Friday. Just go to starcitygames.com/mtg-TDM to get yourself some Tarkir right now. Order a play booster box, draft with friends. I recommend a team draft because you don't need to get 8, because getting 8 people together in a single room in this day and age, has it ever happened?
Pretty rare. I mean, I'm around the people who play Magic competitively for a living, and they rarely do it. But 6 is perfect.
6 is doable.
Get a 3-on-3, first team to 5, or you just play out the 3-on-3, whatever the case may be. And if you buy a box, it's enough for 2 drafts. It's perfect.
Yeah, it's awesome. So go check that out, everybody. I am loving this set. I have drafted it just already infinite, and it hasn't even been out that long. I don't know. I'm Tarkir pilled. Let's go. Is it going to be my favorite set of the year? I don't know. We'll find out. There's that space set coming up later that I'm also looking forward to.
What's the space set?
The space set, what is it called? Edge of Eternities.
Okay.
Yeah. Here we go. Game number 2. Let's see if we can see the fireworks from Andrew Baeckstrom again, or if Tim Rivera can put up a little bit more of a fight. There's a Dragonstorm Globe, and a card that seeks it out.
Theme deck.
Here we go.
He's got gangs all here.
Teamer Tawny back for Tim. Pitches a mountain after the draw. Forest was the draw there for Andrew. Nice. Dragonstorm Forecaster is going to go get Boulderborn Dragon. Yep.
Or perhaps, okay. I was wondering if-
Another one? Yeah.
Well, another globe.
Yeah.
You need to start just setting it all up.
Yeah, that would have been sweet too.
Get a little rebate because you get the mana back.
That's true. Might only be one orb to Baeckstrom's name. Oh, God. This is disgusting.
Really good sequencing there from Andrew. Obviously, if you know you want to search up the 5-drop there, you don't want to look at it among the top 2. So get it out of there first so you have a much better range of selection.
Praiser goes in and defines Andrew a card as well. Pitches that Molten Exhale into the yard.
Oh,
okay. We got our own big dragons, Tim. Molten Dragon 4/5 blows up a non-basic. Boo!
I was not expecting to get a Stone Rain today.
Here we go.
That is lovely.
Sorry, Magmatic Hellkite. Molten Dragon, close enough. Come on.
Little palate cleanser.
Make your opponent's mana honest. Magmatic Hellkite.
Slow him down a little bit. You get that stun counter for your trouble.
Yeah, that's also very nice. I see what you're trying to do with your 5-color nonsense. Arash and Sunshield to play here from Tim. Excuse me, from Andrew. He's going to exile some cards from Tim's deck. This is a 3/4 tapper for a single white. Andrew at 17, Tim at 20. See what Tim wants to do here this turn. I hope the Hellkite gets into the air and gets busy. Hellkite beats.
Almost certainly. I think there might be a question here of just, are you interested at all in trying to use any removal to clear out here, or is the assumption that Andrew is just willing to chump block with the smaller leftovers here to try to buy some time towards his bigger plays?
Yeah. All right, we are going to put the Sib-Sig Appraiser into the yard, which enables another attack here from Tim. 4/3 and the 4/5 getting in. Chump block from the Forecaster. Rescue Leopard. All right. We're doing it.
But time is not on Tim's side here. So.
Yeah, the further we let Andrew play, the bigger and badder the cards.
We might be looking at a little 10-10 flyer in the not too distant future.
Oh, what? He just has every mythic dragon in the set. That's Shiko, Paragon of the Way. 4/5 Flying Vig. When it enters, exile target non-land card with mana value 3 or less from your yard. Copy it, and then you may cast that copy without paying its mana cost. I'm going to choose the Appraiser. This is just a sick value deck. My God.
Yeah, it's just
Shiko, Paragon of the Way.
2-for-1s all the way down.
Take a look at that beauty on your screen. Ooh, that is a nice card. Wow, Andrew's deck is so sweet. Getting back the Appraiser, I mean, oh.
Really seemed like this was the type of deck that maybe people wanted to go get during day 2 in the draft, but with so much demand over the mythics and the mana fixing, how did it really come together?
Yeah. There's a copy token under the Appraiser to let us know it is a copy. And here we go. We've got an Ice Ridge Serpent, which is going to go ahead and bounce that Shiko, Paragon of the Way, to its owner's hand. And we're going to swing in again with the 4/5 and the 4/3. Once again, a big attack from Tim. But Andrew can just, if he wants, put the 2/1 in front and just bide his time.
Yeah. I mean, it's sort of a question of chump blocking with the 2/1 is the concern there is this, that right now it's holding off the Rescue Leopard.
Sure.
So you want to be judicious about when you block with that, because you're potentially freeing up a better attack from Tim the following turn.
So the Sun Shield is going to actually jump in front there and trade with the Temur Tawny back.
Yeah. I mean, Andrew's aware that time is, on his side, generally speaking here. He's got the more time that he buys, just the better cards that he has. At some point, he's probably going to be committed to a chump block with his 2/1, but he'd rather wait as long as possible so the Rescue Leopard isn't freed up. Because Tim doesn't want to trade off the leopard for the token if he can avoid it.
Back over to Andrew Baeckstrom, who's currently sitting at 10 to Tim Rivera's 20 here in Game 2 of the final round of Swiss. We're going to head to our top 8 after this. Very exciting stuff on the way. Ah, another murder! Where's Poirot? My God. We're going to play this card again. Chico, get back out here. Why not?
Awesome.
I mean, talk about a card you don't want to bounce, but you got to bounce.
Yeah, it's not, it's not the ideal.
And I mean, that makes a lot more sense why we put that Molten Exile into the yard so early if Chico was in hand.
So now Andrew has the battlefield dominated. Biggest thing. Tim, currently as the board is constituted, cannot attack. Andrew's still at 10. So even if somehow everything got cleared out this turn, not facing lethal, about as comfortable of a spot as you can ask for if you're on Andrew's side. Handful of cards, of course.
Tapping down Chico, I imagine, with Durgar Island Dragon.
Yeah. Yeah, Tim doing us a solid there by playing his Omen cards as far off screen as possible. Thank you, Tim.
Thankfully, we've seen this one before.
Mm-hmm.
We know the melody. Tap, draw. Trying to force through some damage. In comes the leopard.
Nah, I think we might be.
Oh no, we're not. We're not.
A little harmonizing.
We're harmonizing. We're harmonizing first. First things first. We're harmonizing. Draw Urani's rebuff. Out goes the Sipsig Appraiser. In comes the team. Well, that's pretty scary. That is 8 damage. Back over to Andrew Baeckstrom sitting at 6. Tim Rivera at 21. Three mana here from PK. He looks ominous with his shadow cast over the battlefield.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, another appraiser. Let's go. What is this draft deck? A 10 out of 10?
Well, I mean, I haven't seen the whole list. It looks pretty great. I mean, the abundance of mana fixing here is it really glues it all together. It's not going to be an issue of card quality most of the time when you go down. It's going to be like, can you just cast your stuff? Andrew definitely can.
Gets in there with Chico, who has Vigilance, to knock Tim down to 16.
Now, even though the card quality is kind of secondary to the mana fixing, it is nice to have all the best cards,
Yeah,
too.
yeah, it is.
Like, if you're going to do that,
you might as well.
Just have all the best stuff.
I was on my way to the store anyway.
Right.
I'm just going to pick up a Chico. You need anything?
Plus, after this is done, you know what he gets to do. Walk over to the dealer booth at StarCityGames.com. They're always buying.
Glacial Dragon Hunt Harmonize here off the Rescue Leopard.
And looks like Tim electing not to discard. Well, I'm not entirely sure if we're still in the process of resolving it or if he's just elected not to discard. Okay.
Rebuff again. We're going to get rid of that. Appraiser, is the discard from Glacial Dragon Hunt to kill the Appraiser. And there is a counter spell dealing with a Mammoth Bellow. Back over to Baeckstrom. And there is Ureni! The boy is here! It's just a 10-10.
Well, 11-11 is the orb.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
Oodalally.
That's just my casual 11-11. Have you met? Attack you with my other mythic dragon? It has vigilance. Tim falls to 11.
Mm-hmm.
Speaking of 11. 11. 11. Make a wish. Tim
looks like he's talking to Andrew about his favorite card. Okay.
Yeah, there's the handshake. Andrew Baeckstrom takes down this match 2-0 over Tim Rivera with the sweetest draft deck I have ever yet to see.